All right, folks, we're back with the Malzberg panel and Democratic political consultant and political strategist Jessica Tarlov and host of the Roger Hedgecock syndicated radio show, Roger Hedgecock. All right, so Jessica, you were on Mike Huckabee's show on, over the weekend, I guess Saturday it taped.
Yeah.
And then a funny thing happened, huh?
On the way to the forum, yeah. He surprised everyone, well, not the producers, when he announced at the end that it was going to be his last show because he was exploring the idea of running for president and it was going to be a conflict with having a Fox News show. Yeah, so that happened.
So where do you think this is all going to lead? He said it wouldn't be fair to Fox to continue the show while he's exploring. I mean, I give him great credit for that. Whether or not Fox told him to leave or not, I don't know. But
yeah.
Do you think that he's, from your political point of view, do you think he's a serious contender going forward?
I think he is within a certain subset of the GOP. I mean, I don't think that he kind of holds a candle to Jeb Bush or the more people in the middle, which I think is really what America's looking for. But he did, in his opening monologue, which I would encourage everyone to watch, and my segment, which was immediately after, he talks about the kind of bipartisanship and conciliation that he had while he was governor in Arkansas, and that he was working with a mostly Democratic legislature, and that he got a lot done. And I think that it's incredibly important. I mean, after the 2014 midterms, over 80% of Americans said that what they really want is compromise in Washington. We have over 60% in agreement on what they want on immigration reform. We have 85% who know what they want in terms of debt deficit and fiscal reform. You know, they want compromise on spending cuts and tax increases and the like, entitlement reform, these kinds of things. And Governor Huckabee spoke about them, and I think that that's incredibly important. I think that his problem will be his social conservatism, and if he can play down the gay marriage issue and abortion to a states' rights issue, that maybe he can get away or at least be ahead of the evangelical pack. But it's a much more crowded field than it was in 2008.
Well, Roger, of course, some don't see that as a problem, and some don't believe that, let me rephrase it. Many of us believe that when it comes to the social issues, that Mike Huckabee is in line with the majority of Americans on abortion, on marriage, on many social issues.
We're talking about the candidate who came in #1 in 2008 in the Iowa primaries and did very well in 6 or 8 others. So it's obvious that there is a base of voters in the primary system in the Republican Party that are going to be very interested in Mike Huckabee, and rightfully so. But I do think, and Jessica's right, we ought to be looking at him and every one of these candidates to present a comprehensive picture, because it isn't just the social issues that matter. It isn't just the fiscal issues that matter. It isn't just foreign policy that matters. We've got to look at all of these things because we're in trouble on all these fronts.
No, we definitely are, and I just want to touch on something also. Jessica, you mentioned Jeb Bush. Why do you think a Jeb Bush could win the Republican nomination?
I think that he has incredible fundraising ability. First off, he has his first fundraiser tomorrow up in Greenwich, where he has family ties and where there's a ton of hedge fund money, as we know. He has a moderate platform that I think does appeal at the end of the day. He has a name, for better or for worse, that is recognizable. I mean, we'll see how bad Bush fatigue is, and I think a lot of what happens foreign policy-wise in the coming months will affect that. But I think that at this moment, he has the highest fundraising ability, and that's what matters most right out of the gate.
I want to give Roger the final word here. Roger, of course. Yeah, please.
May I join with the majority of Americans who do not want the choice in 2016 to be Clinton versus Bush? Can we get somebody else?
Yeah, and we have plenty of people on the Republican side who would fit that bill. Absolutely. All right. Hey, thanks for being the first panel of, you were the last show of Huckabee, Jessica. Now you're the first panel of the Malzberg show for the year. Wow, lasts and firsts and all that stuff. And Roger, as always, great to see you, my friend. We'll see you soon. Folks, the Malzberg panel, ladies and gentlemen. My pleasure. All right. When we come back, it's good to me. Well, I like to say, you know what, you love it, you got to have it. Gimme 5, and we have 3 very important Gimme 5s today, so I want you to watch closely. It's next on the Steve Malzberg Show.